I go out of my way to get gifts for different people on different occasions because I know how it makes them feel inside. And the same can apply for ourselves. And on this channel, we talk a lot about self-love. Today, I'm going to be giving you 9 gift ideas for Valentine's Day spread across 6 categories. First one's productivity. The second one is romance and love. Third one is sweet treats. The fourth one is grooming. The fifth one is health and wellness. And the sixth one is general, in case you don't want to go so specific for the gift. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you guys under the productivity section is a planner. And I want to highlight the type of planner I use to achieve all my things. If you've been on my website and my YouTube channel, you know my history. I've achieved quite a bit for someone who's always been the underdog when starting out. And how I do this is with a daily planner. Let me show you an example, and don't laugh at the design. So this year I decided to get really naturistic and embrace my fun side a little bit. So I'm using these different colors, but more importantly, it's 1 page for a day. So this is the 3rd and 4th of August. If you can see, it's 1 entire page per day. This is what it looks like when I scribble on it, because I have tons and tons of things to do as a business owner and a content creator. So there's a lot of things. You might know a business person, you might know a salesperson, you might be a salesperson, you might be an insurance agent, you might be a housewife. There's tons of things you can do with this kind of planner. It really keeps you organized. I'm gonna put 2 links in the description to planners that I found on Amazon. One of them is by Amazon themselves and another one is by another brand. The first one is pretty amazing. It has a goal for today section, priorities, schedule, all on that 1 page, ways to improve as I'm scrolling here, end of day review, today's achievements. That's crazy, that's amazing. However, at the top, it says day and date, and there's a blank. So it doesn't really say which month it is and which day it is, and this is an issue. So Amazon, if you're watching this video, please fix that in your product. And this next one that I'm sharing with you over here has the dates. So for this second planner, it's also a 1 page a day planner, as you can see. And if you look at the design, 24th June, Saturday, that's an entire page. And then we have 25th June, which is also an entire page. We have pages for a yearly plan, a bit more of a zoomed out view. You also have the calendar for 2024. You've dotted note pages. I wonder what that's for. And for contact pages. So in the contact pages, you can really write down your contacts in case you lose your planner and you want someone to return it to, or just business contacts that are important who you want to reach out to that year. They also have a wonderful video here, which I'm going to speed through. It's their little advertisement video to show you how the planner can look on your desk. And indeed, it does look around that size when I'm using the planner I showed you on my desk. Tear off corners, that's interesting. I'm not personally sure what that's for, but I'm sure someone can leave it in the comments and share with us. And then there's also a little envelope, paper pocket for putting things in there. That is useful. Ribbon markers, always useful to turn to that day. And then you have a little elastic thing on the side to hold it in place. And oh, they even have a slot for a pen. I personally don't use a slot for a pen, but they have one. Also, it comes in different colors. They have Pacific green, they have midnight green, light pink, and haze blue. Also, do note that depending on the size that you pick, it changes from a weekly planner to a daily planner. So in the pink, you have both sizes, but if you saw in the blue, there was only one. Midnight green, this one also has daily and weekly. And Pacific green, I believe, yes, also has daily and weekly. So it depends on whether you want a big planner or a small planner. It's up to you. I think it's great that they have that option. So maybe you want to pick that instead. For the second gift item, still under the productivity section, I want to recommend the book, The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. This is the book. I only recommend what I use in my own life. This book has got me from everywhere to everywhere, and that lives up to the promise because it says how to get from where you are to where you want to be. It truly does that. I'm going to link this book in the description as well. It got me all kinds of places, including from being called tone deaf in the first year of art school to having my music featured on MTV, VH1, and so on and so forth, the newspapers, in about 8 years flat. And it could have been faster if I took some of my own advice that I shared on this YouTube channel after the fact. So that's the second recommendation, is this book, and it's wonderful for men, women, everyone in between, and just achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. This is a fantastic gift. It shows your love. It shows your care for the person. If you're doing it for yourself, it really shows your self-love, because that's what love is about, actually. It's about caring for the person in question. And this is in the romance and love category. It's a jar. I tried looking for heart-shaped jars on Amazon, but they got these like tiny jars that are this small, which doesn't fit the vibe of what I'm trying to do. So I and my wife, when we started dating, and I think we've been dating about 19 years now, and including our marriage time, that's 19 years in total, we used to get these huge glass jars in the shape of a heart. What I found on Amazon is just a jar with a very nice design. The heart ones are all really tiny. So what you can do at the top of this jar is label it. It has a wooden cover on top. You can use a marker like a Sharpie or whatever. You can call it sexy time. You can call it the love jar. You can call it whatever you want to call it. And inside, what I'm going to tell you guys to do is buy a bunch of post-its or small pieces of paper. Just cut them up even from your own house, whatever you have. White paper from the printer, that's fine. And write anything romantic there if you want. That's a little meh, but what you can actually do if you want to really spice things up is write there one free full body massage, or one 5-minute shoulder rub, or one 3-minute foot rub, or one 2-minute long kissing session. Whatever you want to do, whatever your vibe is, you can. I just had a crazy idea as I was thinking about this. You can write down there, you owe me a gift. I mean, if you just want to be a little selfish, in between all that good juju that you're sending your partner's way. And then you can gift your partner this jar, and they can pull out these coupons anytime they want to and give them to you. And you got to give them a massage or a kiss or a hug or whatever it is you're trying to do, make babies, whatever you're trying to do. This is a great way to spice up your romantic life. We now have a kid, and we had all kinds of sexcapades when we were younger. Maybe this isn't the right place to talk about it. No, it is. This is a channel about authentic life success. So I am being authentic, and that's the truth. Now, in this section, I'm going to recommend chocolates. I know they're not vegan, and some of you who follow me in spirituality and that type of stuff, you're awakening really fast and you're pretty conscious people. Don't buy chocolates. But if you are buying chocolates, I recommend this chocolate called Lindor by Lindt, Lindt. I'm going to put the link in the description. They have various configurations and different flavors. They have dark chocolate, milk chocolate, but I had the milk one. That was one of the best chocolates I had in my life. A little bit oily, if I may say that. I'm not sure if that's oil or what compound that is that they're using on the surface, but it keeps the chocolates moist. They were not dry, and they were very high quality, and they melt in the mouth, that type of thing. You just put it in your mouth, you read a book, it just dissolves on your tongue, and I find that's amazing. And it's also round, so it fits into your mouth nicely without any sharp edges poking. And you can just put the whole thing in your mouth. It's a ball, and just keep it there. It's about yay big, slightly smaller than an inch in diameter, and so that's a really good gift. And it comes in this box, and each one's individually wrapped. It's very, very beautiful. It's red. The milk chocolate version is red, dark is a different color, strawberry is a different color, and so on. So try that. You guys might really enjoy that. Maybe you can combine it with the gift in the romance and love section and sort of lick it off each other's lips. But maybe I'm getting a bit carried away there. Category 4 is grooming. And in grooming, I want to recommend two of my favorite products, both for men and for women. The first one is a brand called Sukin, which I found a couple of years back as I started to awaken more and realize that all our perfumes are full of toxicity, toxic chemicals, from cattle. Like cows were literally killed and things were sucked out of their bones to make this perfume, and so were whales. Whales were slaughtered to get some fat to mix it into the perfume. I was like going crazy reading all this, so I decided to look for a natural brand, and I found this brand, Sukin. This is the bottle. It's a pretty nice size. You can just open it. This one's the deodorant, right? And you can just spray it. But yeah, you can just spray it, put it on your body. You can use it in the armpit section, you can use it all over your body. It's pretty natural ingredients. They claim no petrolatum or mineral oils, no synthetic fragrances, no animal derivatives, no artificial colors, no harsh detergents, no propylene glycol, no MEA, DEA, or TEA. Isn't TEA T? Okay. No phthalates, however you pronounce that. No triclosan, no sulfates, no parabens, no silicones, no EDTA. No everything. Pure natural from the gods. This flavor, I was going to say flavor because it smells so good that you feel like eating it. That's an addition to Valentine's Day in category number 3. You're going to want to be all over your partner. This one's called Ocean Mist. They also have the other one. It's called Signature Natural Deodorant. But also they have an entire line of very beautiful and delicious things. You feel like eating all of them. They've got like mud and clay for the face, eye cream, they've got facial washes, bath gel, got shampoos, they've got everything for the entire body and the entire family. I strongly urge you to get away from toxic perfumes and fragrances. And if you're after the big brands, I'm so sorry to mention this. I'm so sorry to the big brands. I know you guys are just trying to do your own business, but Elizabeth Arden, sorry, that one just came to mind first because I've seen my mom use it a lot. And almost every other big mass-produced brand is using really toxic materials, and they're really pungent. And when you have that pungent smell, as you awaken more and more spiritually, you're going to start coughing. And when you start coughing and you can't breathe when you breathe that in, you know that that's something toxic. I mean, that's just common sense, right? That's just par for the course of awakening. You start to listen to your body more. The next thing I found is a face wash, and I find face washes very important, maybe because I'm a man and I have oily skin. This one Clean and Clear Foaming Face Wash. It's a gel type thing, but it's not a very thick gel. It's actually quite a thin gel, almost between water and a thick gel. So I like that because it spreads easily on your hands. It foams really well like an ordinary bar soap. It succeeds in keeping the skin really clean without drying it out. So now my skin, I just had a shower and washed it, it's got a natural layer of oil, but nothing serious. And it's not dry either, and it looks very clean, as you can see on this video. And I do spend quite a bit of time in the sun in the park in front of our house and other places, so I might argue that it also has a lightening effect to the skin, probably because it takes away the dirt. So I urge you to get that one in case you want to give your boyfriend, or even if your girlfriend or wife is very active, sweating all day, this one would be a good face wash to check out. Under health and wellness, I happen to be a certified personal trainer, but there's way too many health and fitness products out there which could lead you to damage your body if you don't know what you're doing. So I don't want to prescribe any of those, although there are many that I would personally get for myself because I do know what I'm doing. Check out my exercise videos if you want to learn more about how to exercise and do some home workouts and so on. So what I do recommend and am recommending today is more general things. Now the first one is a larger glass than you might be used to or your partner might be used to. So this is the kind of glass I use. It's from IKEA, but I found a similar one on Amazon. It's about the same size, about 6 inches. And the common sense thing about a larger glass is like, you might be like, why would I get a larger glass? A lot of us don't leave the desks, whether you're working from home or you're working from an office. We finish the glass of water, we just sit down there for hours, and then we realize, whoa, I haven't had enough water. So the common sense thing is, if you have a larger glass, you drink more water before you finish the glass. And then you sit there for a couple of hours and don't drink water, which I would not recommend. But in case you do that, a larger glass just solves the problem. So I'm going to link that product in the description for you guys. And the next thing for overall emotional wellness is a set of oracle cards that can apply to anyone. Now, this is the set I'm recommending today. It's Keepers of the Light Oracle Cards by Kyle Gray. It's a very beginner-friendly deck. Now, I know that the color and the lady at the front might turn some men off. I don't really believe that the universe works that way. I feel like colors aren't evil and you should embrace whatever colors you want to embrace. Now here's a guidebook that comes with the deck, and inside you can read the explanations for each and every card. And let me just give you an example. Horus, Cosmic Gateway. There's an about section on the card, and then there's an extended message which explains what you might be going through or asking for that question. These cards can be used for general guidance in your everyday life. You don't have to belong to any religion. You don't even have to be spiritual. You could think God doesn't exist. Totally fine. And this is what the back of the cards look like inside the deck. I might be partial because these wings that you see over here were part of the Zoroastrian logo, which is my old and ancient Persian religion. And on the actual side, you can see different ascended masters like Jesus, Horus, Charity, who's supposed to be a female ascended master. I haven't really memorized the deck, so I can't go in depth. But that deck, you just ask a question to your guides and your angels from a very positive place, and you take out a card and you read it. It's very simple. That's how this works. I'll be going into more depth on my channel about how you can start readings and so on for yourself or other people. So that's the health and wellness section. And the final section is the general section, which is if you don't think any of these are going to resonate and you really don't know what to get the person, just get them an Amazon gift card. I really like what Amazon has done over here with their gift cards. They have different designs. They've got a gold and black one, as you're seeing on the screen right now. They have a red and gold one if you're feeling extra sexy and romantic. They also have a Christmas one. You can give them that just for fun if you like to see them laugh. I would personally do that. And they also have a very nice silver and white clean one in case you're giving it to a friend or something like that. And so these are my 9 gift ideas for Valentine's Day this year. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you shop around. I hope you have a lot of fun. I do hope you give yourself something, because we must exercise self-love. Of course, don't go splurge more money than you can afford. Be responsible towards yourself and your family, obviously. But really enjoy bringing a smile to people's faces and your own face. And I wish you a lot of love, a lot of health, a lot of success, definitely a lot of authenticity as always. If you like this video, please hit like, please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon for more notifications. And YouTube would like you guys to check out this video next on my channel based on your viewing preferences. I talk about success, life, health, spirituality, having a good time, having balance if you can find it, and I teach you how to find it, and really achieving everything you want in your life. That's kind of my jam, and I really have a good time doing that. Take care, and see you on the next video.